Every 16 days, something in deep space wakes up. For a brief moment, it sends a powerful radio signal across the universe. It disappears again. No explosion, no visible star collapse, no known spacecraft, just a pulse. A repeating signal so strange, scientists still cannot explain it. And the deeper researchers looked into the pattern, the more unsettling it became. The signal is officially known as FRB 180916, a fast radio burst, one of the most mysterious phenomena ever discovered in astronomy. These bursts are incredibly short, often lasting only milliseconds, but they release unimaginable amounts of energy, enough to outshine entire galaxies for a brief instant. Most fast radio bursts appear randomly, but this one didn't. This signal repeated every 16 days with terrifying precision, almost like a schedule. At first, scientists believed it had to be natural. After all, space is full of violent cosmic events. Dying stars, colliding neutron stars, magnetic storms, black holes feeding on matter. But none of those explanations fully matched the pattern researchers observed, because the signal wasn't completely random. For 4 days, the burst activity would suddenly become active. Then for 12 days, silence. Again, and again, and again. Imagine standing alone in a dark forest. Every 16 days, you hear the exact same distant sound echoing through the trees. Not close enough to identify, not loud enough to understand, but always returning. Eventually, you stop asking what made the sound and start wondering if it knows you're listening. That psychological fear is exactly why this mystery captured the imagination of millions around the world. Because human beings are deeply uncomfortable with patterns we cannot explain, especially patterns emerging from the darkness of space. The signal originated from a galaxy over 500 million light years away. That means the transmission began its journey toward Earth long before humans built modern civilization, long before recorded history, long before the rise of ancient empires. For 500 million years, this signal traveled silently across the universe until it finally reached us. And somehow, we happened to detect it at exactly the right moment. Some researchers propose the source might be a neutron star orbiting a massive companion object. Others suggested magnetic activity from a magnetar, one of the most powerful objects in existence. Magnetars possess magnetic fields so intense they could destroy electronics from enormous distances. And occasionally, they unleash catastrophic bursts of energy. That explanation sounds reasonable. But even today, scientists still debate whether magnetars alone can explain repeating periodic signals this precise. And then came the theories people were afraid to say out loud. Alien technology, artificial beacons, interstellar communication systems. Most astronomers reject these ideas publicly. But privately, many admit something important. The universe keeps producing signals humanity does not fully understand. And every unexplained pattern forces an uncomfortable question back into public discussion. What if some signals are not natural? Now, to be clear, there is absolutely no verified evidence proving FRB 180916 came from extraterrestrial intelligence.
The
That
waveforms
distinction
correlate
matters.
precisely
But
with the
mysteries
broadcast.
thrive inside uncertainty.
The patterns match
And
the sketches.
uncertainty is where
Geometry
fear grows
demands
best.
alignment.
Because once the human
Awake,
mind encounters an
sleepers.
unexplained pattern,
惑
it
星
begins
X の観測結
searching
果に
for
ついてです
meaning.
が、現在
That's
のと
how
ころは明
legends
確な生
begin.
命反応は
That's
確
how
認されてお
myths
りませんで
survive.
す。
And
What are these
sometimes
signals?
that's how paranoia
They don't match
spreads.
anything in the database.
But the truly terrifying part may not be the signal
The signal
itself.
is broken.
It may be
They are
what the
coming.
signal represents.
We are waiting
The
in the dark.
universe should be crowded with intelligent life. There are billions of stars in our galaxy alone, potentially trillions of habitable worlds across
Data
the
synchronization
observable
complete.
universe.
Please
So where's
verify the
everybody?
readings.
Why does the cosmos feel so silent? This question became famous through something called the Fermi paradox. If intelligent civilizations are
They are
common,
watching.
we should already see evidence.
Crimson light
Signals,
means they are near.
megastructures, colonized
It's
systems,
repeating.
something.
They're all repeating.
Instead,
What does
we
it mean?
mostly find silence. Cold, empty silence. And some scientists believe that silence may itself be a warning. One disturbing explanation is called the
Gods
dark
are angry!
force theory.
Look at the mountain.
According to
It
this
is
idea,
coming for us.
every civilization in the universe hides quietly because revealing your existence could attract something dangerous. Imagine every advanced civilization as a hunter moving
send our
silently
light into the
through a
darkness,
dark forest at
hoping
night.
for a
Nobody
response.
speaks. Nobody reveals their location. Because any signal could invite destruction. In that scenario, broadcasting messages into space becomes incredibly risky. And repeating signals suddenly become much more unsettling. Because what if FRB 180916 isn't communication? What if it's surveillance, a scanning pulse, a timing mechanism, or perhaps something even stranger, a warning system? Some online communities speculate the 16-day
Are you receiving this
cycle
transmission?
may
The signal is
correspond to
weak.
orbital movement around an unseen object. Others suggest the
Symbols.
signal behaves
It's
too
not a warning.
rhythmically to
It's
be
an awakening.
accidental. Again, there's no proof of alien involvement. But the mystery remains powerful precisely because science has not fully solved it. The human brain hates incomplete stories. We crave conclusions, and space rarely gives us any. Instead, the universe leaves fragments. Signals without senders. Patterns without explanations. Ancient light arriving from impossible distances. Sometimes astronomers compare deep space observation to archaeology. Except instead of digging through ancient ruins, we are listening to ghosts from the past. And occasionally, one of those ghosts repeats itself. Exactly every 16 days. That detail changed everything. Because repetition implies structure. Structure implies process. And process suggests intention. Even if the source ultimately proves natural, the psychological impact remains deeply unsettling. Nature itself begins feeling intelligent, predictable, almost alive. Researchers around the
Hear
world
us.
continue monitoring
Join
repeating
us.
fast radio bursts today.
It's
Some
cold
repeat
here.
irregularly.
緊急警報
Others vanish
高度柱の
permanently.
限界点の
But
超えました
FRB
Critical error.
180916
Look at this
remains
fluctuation
one of the
here.
clearest
It matches the
periodic
pattern from
examples
Sector 12.
ever
Too
discovered.
precise for
And
natural
every new
phenomena.
observation
They are hiding something.
raises fresh questions. Why 16 days? Why this pattern? Why now? The universe rarely explains
これを見てくだ
itself.
さいね
There's
新し
another
い異常です
reason
ね
this
確認し
mystery
ましたね。
resonates so
データを確
strongly.
認しますか？
Deep down, humanity fears being observed. Across mythology, religion, and horror stories,
It won't stop.
one
It
idea
won't resolve.
constantly returns. something is watching from beyond the darkness. Ancient civilizations imagined gods in the sky. Modern culture imagines extraterrestrials. Different language, same fear, and a repeating signal from deep space taps directly into that ancient psychological instinct, especially because the signal behaves almost biologically. Active, dormant, active again, like breathing, like sleeping, like something cycling through phases we cannot understand. And once the human imagination starts anthropomorphizing cosmic phenomena,
yet the
fear
journey
spreads
continues.
quickly, because the unknown becomes personal. Of course,
Data stream
science
active.
itself is
Coordinates
not afraid
locked.
of mystery. Mystery drives discovery.
Wait, I think I have
Without
something.
unexplained phenomena, astronomy would stagnate.
What is the signal?
Every major breakthrough in history began with confusion. But confusion also creates vulnerability. When information is incomplete, speculation rushes to fill the gap. That is why stories surrounding FRB 180916 continue evolving online. Some rational, some absurd,
signals are perfectly
some
synchronized.
genuinely disturbing.
We have confirmation.
A few
Raise the alert
theorists
status immediately.
even suggest
The energy readings
advanced
are spiking off the
civilizations
scale.
may deliberately use repeating intervals to attract attention. Not random chaos, predictable timing. Because predictable timing guarantees observers eventually notice. If that idea sounds unrealistic, remember something important. Humanity already does the same thing. We transmit mathematical patterns into space precisely because mathematics appears universal. Patterns cross language barriers. Patterns announce intelligence, which means if another civilization wanted to reveal itself, a repeating signal would make perfect sense. Again, this is speculation, but terrifying speculation, because once a signal appears intentional,
Across the
humanity
globe,
begins
these instruments
asking
scan the
dangerous
deepest reaches
question.
of the cosmos,
Should we answer?
searching for
That
answers
debate
hidden in the
already
void.
exists among scientists today. Some researchers strongly oppose broadcasting Earth's location into deep space. Physicist Stephen Hawking himself warned humanity about actively contacting extraterrestrial civilizations. His concern was simple. More advanced civilizations may not behave benevolently. Human history shows weaker civilizations rarely benefit from encounters with stronger ones. And space operates on scales far beyond human control. Now imagine this scenario. A repeating signal appears. Scientists decode a recognizable mathematical structure
Can you
hidden
hear it?
inside. Global governments
It's
quietly
getting closer.
confirm it cannot be natural. What happens next? Would humanity unite? Panic? Deny the truth? Or continue pretending nothing changed?
What they worship,
Because realistically,
we now analyze.
most people would still wake up the next morning and go to work. That may be the strangest part of all. Civilization can continue
are waiting.
functioning even while staring directly
Join us
into
in the
existential terror. And perhaps that's why cosmic horror affects people so deeply. Traditional horror threatens the body. Cosmic horror threatens understanding itself. It reminds us humanity occupies a tiny, fragile
They
corner
are
of an
listening.
unimaginably vast universe. A universe filled with forces we barely comprehend. And every unexplained signal reinforces that uncomfortable reality.
Tissue is adapting
Today,
faster than we predicted.
observatories continue scanning the sky
It's
night
almost aware.
after night, listening, waiting, searching for patterns hidden beneath cosmic noise. Most signals eventually receive explanations.
Breathing.
Pulsars, quasars,
Don't stop
magnetars, natural astrophysical events. But every so often, something remains unresolved. And unresolved mysteries have power, because uncertainty lingers in the imagination much longer than answers do.
The pattern is repeating.
That is why people still discuss
won't
the wow.
stop.
Signal decades later, why theories surrounding FRB
know we're listening. The signal is accelerating.
We're seeing the same pattern in Tokyo.
Continue spreading online.
What does the crimson light
and
mean?
why repeating
Look at the data
cosmic
spike at
patterns
0400
trigger
hours. It
such
matches the
primal
pattern we
fear.
observed in Sector
The
9.
human mind
Yes, the readings align
constantly
perfectly with the
searches for
theoretical model.
agency behind repetition. We assume something must be creating the pattern intentionally, even when nature itself may simply be stranger than we expected. But maybe the scariest possibility is not alien intelligence. Maybe the scariest possibility is that the universe naturally produces patterns so complex they mimic intention. A cosmos that behaves almost consciously without actually being alive. A universe capable of generating signals that feel meaningful
緊急事態
even
ですね。
when they are
野
not.
口に安全
That
な場所に避
idea
難してくださいな。
unsettles many scientists more than alien life itself.
They called it the Great
Because it
Stillness.
suggests reality
The moment
may be
the world
far
changed,
stranger than
and
human
yet
intuition can
nothing
process.
stopped.
Somewhere tonight, another fast radio burst is probably erupting across deep space.
市民の皆様
Another
がご注意
ancient
ください
pulse
ね。
beginning a
シグナルは
journey
正常に
through
作動しています
darkness
ね。
lasting
日常生活
millions
を
of
続けてくだ
years.
さいね。
And maybe someday, far in the future, another civilization will detect one of humanity's own transmissions repeating endlessly across the stars, wondering who sent it, wondering whether they should answer. Until then, FRB 180916 remains
I can't let him
unsolved.
catch me.
A signal
Not again.
repeating every 16 days, emerging briefly from silence, then disappearing again into the darkness of the universe. And perhaps the most haunting part is this: whatever caused it may still be out there right now, waiting. If you enjoyed this deep space mystery documentary, subscribe for more terrifying cosmic stories, unexplained signals, alien theories, and psychological space horror hidden within the universe. If you like my video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.